when I used to work at Sony, man, I was driving home and I saw this big ass billboard with your picture up on it, bro. And I was like, and you told me you got a spot. I was like, oh shit, sure enough, there he is. So I got this other video, bro. I want to talk about this because your comedy took you into acting. Is that right?
Yeah.
Interesting. So I want to talk about that, but I want to pull up this freaking commercial, bro. This is probably one of my best commercials of you in this this scene for this company. But I want to play this here, bro, because it's freaking hilarious. Then you can tell me about it and we can talk to it.
1 minute, ride on. I got this, let it roll like a night storm. Forever winning, don't you ever get in my way. Cause otherwise I'm gonna rise up in your face. Teamwork, head first, with my feet in the dirt. Extreme thirst, feel the surge of adrenaline burn. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Tell me about that commercial first. And then tell me how'd you transition, how'd you parlay your comedic work into acting?
Okay. That commercial was with Soapy Joe's. I ended up doing 3 commercials with them. Costco, Display, 7-Eleven, man, a lot of stuff out of that one. The Billboard, 2 commercials. I never wanted to get into acting. I wanted to become good at comedy. And a friend of mine named Raheem Mitchell was an actor. And he kept saying, man, you should go into comedy. You should go into comedy. So I'm down in San Diego one day. I get a call from these fellow veterans who had a filming crew that their main lead actor had fell out. I didn't send you that video. And that's the one where I had to, like the gimp, right? Okay. So that was my first acting gig.
Right.
And I had never acted really, I did high school, and all that performing arts, but man, it was 30 years since I did something like that.
Right.
And I remember doing it and just remember how they treated you on set and how everybody kind of caters to you, because you're the talent and how they feed you and all this. I was like, man, this ain't bad. You know what I mean? Right. So I did that one and then I seen it and I think it won a couple of awards, you know what I mean? And the amazing thing is when you went to the preview, when you went to one of these movie things they have, people come up to you and they go, you, whatever that guy named, Arenas, whatever my name was. And they was like, knew it was me. And it was such a trip, man. You know what I mean? Like they would come like, oh, you were the guy with the chaps with your ass out. That was you, bro. And I was like, I was like, yeah, that was me. But it was so humbling.
Yeah.
That feeling. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And that was my first one. And Soapy Joe's was second. That was number 2.
Hey, don't let me find that video, bro, because my dude,
I got it. I got it.
Pull the chaps out. I think it's just please send it to me. I remember.
Smart guy. That was hilarious, though, man.
It is hilarious. So you went into Soapy Joe's. You got that Soapy Joe's. I saw, I think, 3 different types of. I've seen 2 Soapy Joe's commercials and then 1 billboard. So I saw the commercial with you proposing to Soapy Joe's, right? To the car, right? And then I saw the billboard. But that one right there that we just showed, I thought was freaking hilarious. I love the way you pull up. I thought you was on the trailer, like somebody pulled up the trailer.
Real car. That was all real.
Yeah, no, that's good driving right there, bro.
Did you see the Dr. Squash commercial?
So interesting you say that. I got the Dr. Squash, bro. I'm gonna show that real quick, and maybe you can tell me how you got into this as well. This is for people to know. Some people don't know real people who are doing these things, bro. And I thought this was really interesting. So let me share this as well.
People love Dr. Squatch soap, and they want to share its glorious scent with everyone. But that can get awkward.
This is a little weird, even for us, but it smells amazing.
I agree, Mike. Which is why Dr. Squatch is making all-natural handcrafted candles now. The same all-natural quality ingredients, now with a wood wick to transform your home into a squatchy paradise. Go to drsquatch.com and get your handcrafted Squatch candle today.
Oh, Lord. Hey, bro.
That's a funny commercial, bro.
So tell me, how does this all get set up like that, man?
Okay, the guys who do that are the same guys who did Soapy Joe's.
Oh, really?
So they'll call me and say, hey, Kev, we got a spot for you. I don't have to audition or nothing. They just say, we know you can do this. So what they want to do with those commercials is funny and make them awkward. And the question is, why is the mailman in the hot tub? That's the question. Why is he just there? And that's what the whole thing is about. Why is he in the house chilling? You see me in the background with blurred, that's me back there too. And that's the whole premise of the joke of the day is first you got a guy, two guys in a hot tub, then you got a guy and a girl, then you got the mailman sitting there. And that one there was big. That one also was, people love that commercial, man.
Is that right, bro?
Because commercials are going more towards the comedy side. You know what I mean? And that's the ones you remember. You don't remember the serious ones like my, CBS, you might remember that. But those are just funny to me, man. It was fun doing them. Working with those guys, they are hilarious, bro.
Come on, bro. So speaking of that, I think one of the most poignant commercials you did was the CBS commercial.
You want to hear the truth? We have to talk more. I want to tell all my friends that I love them and I want to spend time with them. When you lay in bed at night and you close your eyes and you say to yourself, is this it for me? Am I done? I always wonder about my friend Kevin. I say, what did he think before he passed away? Did he get to think about his life? Did he get to think about his friends? I want to know that. You know what I mean? Live your life today, not tomorrow. The vaccine takes me one step closer to being with people. It takes me one step closer to having a normal life again. I cannot wait to live freely with no fear.
That's a moving commercial. I think it's interesting to play this commercial right now, especially for our kickoff and that kind of being like the closing commercial, because we in this Delta variant, a lot of people not getting shots, bruh. And so I don't know. Talk to me about this, man. How'd you feel? Like how'd you land this? And just share with me your whole background and story around it.
I what I do is daily I look at casting calls from Casting Frontier or LA casting, Broadway casting, people like that. Every now and then you see something that you think is you. And that was that one right there. They wanted somebody who had some experiences through the COVID and they share their story. And they caught me the same week that two of my friends had passed. So it was not difficult to relate what I was feeling. I didn't have to practice. None of that's practice. None of that's scripted. That's off the top of my head. That's what I was feeling at that moment. One guy, and I think you met him, Mike Mitchell, was a promoter. And I probably did 50, 60, 70 shows with this guy. And the other guy was Kevin Young, who was a Marine with me. And I just talked to both. I had talked to Mike the week before in Atlanta. He took a bus down to see me. And we spent time together talking about me coming to Nashville and helping him get this comedy stuff going. And that's the last time I seen him. He died a week later. Kevin Young had just texted me that morning asking what's our next event we want to do and how we going to make money and live and enjoy our lives. He had just said that at 6:45. I got the text. And by 6 p.m. that night, he was dead. Wow. So when I read that, I wanted to share that message, that our lives are too short and too precious. And it gave me a platform, and I didn't know if I was going to get the part, to be honest. I didn't know because everything is based on first you do the commercial, then they got to pick you to be in the commercial. So for me, it was more from, my heart than it was anything else. And it's something that I can take with me when I die, or my kids can look back and say, your dad, during COVID, he tried to tell people to get the shot. Your dad took a stand. He said, hey, it worked for me. And it does work, man. And I'm trying to tell everybody that I know, get the shot, because you having the shot makes my shot work. Yeah. The more people with the shot makes the shot work. People got to understand that. Why we got a variant is because people are not getting the shot and they're creating it bad for everybody else, So what's crazy about this story, I didn't have COVID at that time, Vance. I got COVID after that. I actually got COVID. So that became reality. Yeah. I wanted the shot. You know what I mean? And after getting COVID, you had to wait 90 days to get the shot. So, I mean, I'm going through it, bro. You know what I mean? I'm mentally, this is like, wow, art became reality. It became my life. And being an advocate for the shot, that was real.
Yeah.
Because it does make a difference, man. It puts you one step closer to having a regular life. So when you ask me to express what I'm feeling, brother, that was easy, man. I can't tell you how many times I cried because of them two brothers, man, to be honest.
Yeah.
Those two dudes, man, man.
You know what, bro? This COVID thing is a beast. We know that. And
yeah.
I'll tell you, first of all, I love the fact that you did this video, and it is, as I see it, an impact to the community. You took a stand, and a lot of people don't. And so I appreciate you sharing that story, man, because that's important. Look, you are a single dad. You are working full time. You about to retire. Is that right?
Right. Yeah.
You are a actor. You are a comedian. And is there anything else that's next on the horizon for you, bro? You do producing and MC?
Yeah. I produce shows. I MC. I just MC 3,000 people in Corona for a music event. But when people ask me, how do I have time to do all the things I do? You know what I tell them? I don't have time not to. You understand what I'm saying? I don't have time not to do the things I do because I wish I had more to do, to be honest with you. Some days I look and people think, well, you're doing this, you're doing that. I'm like, I don't think I'm doing enough. But I tell you something that I learned recently. I had this agenda, right? Where I wanted to be at this certain point in my career, right?
Right.
I don't have that anymore. I don't know where the acting or the comedy is going to take me. And I don't even care at this moment. What I care about is enjoying the ride. The ride is so much more important now than the end, because many times the end that you project or that you're trying to get to is not what you thought it was.
Interesting.
And it can be a bigger disappointment than anything you did in your life. You worked so hard to get to that end to find out it is nothing like you think. So step back and just enjoy the ride. Most of the comedians I see that are making it, been in comedy 15, 20 years before they made it.
Right.
Cedric the Entertainer, 18, 19 years. Bernie Mac, 20 years. Steve Harvey, 17, 18 years. D.L. Hughley, 18, 19 years. They didn't just pop on the screen and make it big. They had to pay.
Dudes.
18, 19 years. Yeah. All of them, trust me.
Yeah.
Cedric been in comedy 30-something years. Steve Harvey been in comedy 30, 40 years. And they finally got their dues. So who am I to rush?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who am I to rush this? I'm just taking it day to day, man.
I love the fact you and I talked earlier, and you was like, hey man, it's like I'm in the last quarter, baby. I'm in the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter.
Listen, I'm not punting. I'm not punting. I'm carrying that ball, man. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear more directly from Kevin Davis, the full-length video, click on the videos after this show. Peace.